What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Ivan review. Welcome back to me, Ivan, and I'm here today with a pretty special video, something that I've been working on for a long time. Today I'm making a video on the game theHunter Call of the Wild. Why am I making this, you ask? Well, this is one of my favorite games of all time. This is the game that I always turn to when things are rough, when things are down, and this is the game that I go to when things are good and things are fine. This game just constantly makes things better for me. Personally, it's just how I feel about it. From the beauty of the game, from hunting itself. I'm a hunter in real life, so I really like that aspect. I love everything about this game. The music, the nature sounds just make me happy, if that makes sense. There are a few things though that I want to talk about. The game is made basically, you are a hunter and you use equipment that you get at outposts is what they're called. And so your weapons and you have collars and scent eliminator, and you use those things to track down animals that are split into classes. Those classes being, it could be nothing, bronze, silver, or gold. And diamond as well. Now, I've never gotten a diamond, and here's one of the cons. I've been playing this on console for about 2 years. I've never gotten a diamond. I've looked on multiple forums, and they say that it just on console, you can't seem to get them as often. Now, given I was not too good at this game until really recently, I'm getting a lot more animals now that I used to. But now that I have it on PC, that's supposed to change. I'm definitely going to be grinding a lot more and hopefully getting diamonds on here. But that is one con. On consoles, it seems to be they don't really pay as much attention on consoles for some reason, and that could be kind of frustrating. Another con that I wanted to bring up is, one thing I did see on a different forum is that you can find more diamonds on multiplayer servers. So I loaded up and went into a multiplayer server. This is footage of me on that multiplayer server, and I come right out of an outpost, and the first thing that I see is a level 4 mule deer. Now, mule deer are my favorite animals, because I hunt those in real life, and I really enjoy their antler setup. Now, this is a pretty high level mule deer. It's probably the biggest rack I've seen in the game. They may be my favorite animal, but I honestly haven't hunted them a whole ton. So anyway, I see this guy across the lake, and I stalk him. I probably put 30 minutes into the stalk, into following him, making sure that the wind is blowing to my right and not directly at them so as to not alert them. Things are getting tense. I know he's just behind these trees here. As you can see, there's another one in there, level 4, but he has a smaller rack. But I'm here in these trees, and I spot him. He gives us a call. That's him right there. Again, he's just a level 4, and as I hunt more of these, that won't be a big deal. But I got kicked from the server right when I was about to pull out my gun, and right when I was about to take him. Those are really the only two cons for me at this. Consoles, and when you get kicked from multiplayer servers. But here is the pros of this game. You start it up, and this music starts playing. Absolutely beautiful. I actually play the soundtrack to myself, like I have it downloaded. I can just play it on my laptop. But I really love the music that comes with this game. It makes me feel super calm, and it really brings, I think, the right aura into a hunting game. Now, on to more pros. This game is beautiful. So honestly, one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. If you look up the theatrical trailer, there's nothing bullcrap about it. That's really what it looks like. It's just gorgeous. When you hike up to the top of a mountain, you're overlooking like a valley. It's just beautiful. And I really, really love that aspect of the game. Another thing that I really like about this game, as you can see that I've just shot this bear, I like the realistic take on shooting an animal. It used to not be like this, but right now, as of the current game, you lose points if you don't shoot the animal in the right place. So here, I got a heart and double lung shot. on this black bear. So I retain full score. Had I hit him in the spine or in the brain, I would have been docked points because that ruins the trophy part of the animal, specifically the brain. And a spine, you lose integrity on the shot as well, which I think I really like that. And I know some people didn't like that because when this game was early in its release, a lot of people were just taking spine shots, knocking down these animals as quick as possible, and just trying to rack up score and trying to get as much money as they could as quick as they could. I didn't really like that. It didn't feel like hunting to me. This feels a lot more real. You're trying to put the bullet right in the breadbasket, as they call it. This is the collection of the heart, lungs, vital organs that can take down this animal. So as you can see here, I've got some whitetail. Currently at a drinking zone. And it's a pretty decent whitetail. What I've learned is that with this game, drinking zone times, knowing the drinking zone times for each animal is super important. You can alter the time at the cabins, so you can go to bed and wake up at 5 a.m. And then go to rivers and lakes to find animals at their drinking times. So for example, whitetail drink at a very specific time. So let's just say it's they drink from 12 o'clock to 1500. It does say it in military time. So I would set my alarm. I would just set the daytime to 12. And then I would start walking around to lakes and rivers to find drinking whitetail. And that's been the best method for me. I've started to get a lot more golds, and hopefully that means that as I take those out, they'll spawn back in as diamonds. Now, I haven't found the great one, obviously. The great one whitetail is something that I've only seen a couple videos of people actually getting him. But someday I hope to get him. That would be really cool. Another pro that I want to talk about are the DLCs for this game. Now, normally I don't like DLCs and the way that the companies work them. Normally they're really expensive, and I feel like I've already spent a bunch of money on the game. I don't want to spend more. Now, this game is not $60 out of the box. When I bought it, I believe it was $30, and now I did buy it for PC as well. I spent $100, but I got everything. So I got like the 7 maps that are there. I got all the DLC weapons. I got everything that there was. That was a bundle, and I think it's honestly worth more than that. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. But the base game is $30, $35, and each DLC that comes out after it is relatively cheap and affordable. So new maps, I believe, are like $8. I could be wrong there. I know that the trophy lodges, when those came out as DLC, they were really affordable as well. I really appreciate it. Expansive Worlds, the company who made the game, they are awesome at one, updating the game and making changes and improvements whenever the community asks them to, and second, making their DLCs affordable. So I definitely applaud them for that. They've done a great job. There are a few things I wish that they would kind of proof check some of the stuff that they release more before they release it. And for example, when they introduced the Yukon map, which takes place in Alaska, they made the mistake of not checking there's like these fields with red flowers in them. And I remember when people were playing through the new map in Alaska, they'd run through these red flowers and it would kill their character. It would kill they would die. Which I think that's a pretty big, I think it's a pretty big thing. But they ended up fixing it pretty quickly. They're really responsive to the community, which I enjoy. And that kind of leads into the next pro, is the community itself. As you go through like big YouTubers, Zaggy and Flinter and Hunter DD3 or DD33, those are some of my favorites, and even Scarecrow. They're nice guys. They don't really talk down on people, and that's something that I've noticed a lot about other groups, specifically COD and other games. Maybe I'm just sensitive. But I absolutely love the way that this community has welcomed me. I'm not big in the community or anything by any means, but when I'm on somebody's Twitch stream and I'm talking, Everybody's offering helpful comments when I'm asking questions, and I try to do the same. And I really enjoy that because, like I said, you just don't see it with other games. It's very nice to be able to turn to a community when you have questions. Now, you always have those salty ones every now and again, but for the majority, I've had a positive experience with the community in the game. So, overall, leaving this kind of like my overall rating of the Hunter Call of the Wild, I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but just because there's a couple things, I have to be objective, and I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's honestly a deserved score. Specifically, if like this was the final product, I probably wouldn't give it as high of a score, but it's not the final product. They're constantly improving the game. They're constantly trying to make it better. In fact, there's a new map coming out soon. I don't know what it is. There's rumors that it's going to be a Rocky Mountain map, which would be amazing because it's right there where I live, and I love that. But there's also rumors about an Australia map, and I love that. I love that people are looking forward to the next map and guessing, making theories about what it's going to be. I really love that. So yeah, overall score is 9.5 out of 10. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about, so I highly recommend it. Buy this game. But the last thing I want to talk about is this is the game that I've chosen. I am going to be Twitch streaming from now on. I shouldn't say from now on. Along with making my videos. And I'm going to be playing this game when I Twitch stream. Reason being is, objectively, it has a lower view count. I'd like to get that up. I'd like to get people excited about this game. But I also want to be able to interact with my audience. This game provides an opportunity for that. A lot of this game is hiking. And while you're hiking, I mean, it'd be great to be able to talk to you guys as you are, chatting and commenting on the stream. And I really, really think that it offers that. I've seen, like I talked about those guys earlier, Zaggy and Flinter and DD33. They're able to interact with their audiences, and they're able to answer questions. I want to be that. I want to be able to do that. So from now on, I'm going to be streaming the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I'll continue making videos on a normal schedule. Things have been kind of busy, especially with COVID and what recently has been happening with the protests and stuff. So just emotionally, those things get to me. So it's been kind of hard to get through. I recently had some relatives pass away, so I've been to their funeral and stuff like that. But things are good. I'm happy. I'm happy to be making videos. I'm happy to be able to afford to get the equipment I need so that I can do this with you guys. I'm really excited to play this with and for you guys. I also love hunting, so that's just another reason why I would Twitch stream it. But just to end the video though, I did want to show you guys what the hunting cabin looks like, the trophy lodges. This is the Sasaki cabin or lodge. This is what the newest one was, the newest cabin. So as you come in here, you're not going to see anything too impressive. There's not, like I said, I haven't gotten any diamonds, but I have some golds, some lions that I've taken, and this is on my Xbox, and I'll be streaming with my PC version. As you can see, here's some elk, caribou. You can go to Africa and hunt there. You got water buffalo, and even a rabbit. But like, you can also mount your favorite weapons, which that's another pro of this game. You get so many different weapon choices. It's awesome. And as you can see here, you go into edit mode and you have these blank spaces where you can place your trophies or your desired kills. That's a red deer that I took down. It was a gold. I took that one down with my cousin Riley. That was a really cool experience. They also offer multi-mounts, which is really nice. You can see there I have multiple animals on one pad. So we're just going to put this white tail here that we took down earlier. And there's not really any order to it, but And as you can see, I did take down a gold moose here while I was doing the video. So I think I'm going to put him up as well. We have, he was a gold, so here he is. I might place my other whitetail here too. I had a couple others I hadn't taxidermized yet. But here's that moose, he's got a good rack on him. And then I think I don't really like the wall mounts for the Iberian wolf. I like their podium mounts. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing there. Sometimes I catch myself doing weird stuff. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And that's my review for the Hunter Call of the Wild.